One of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to leaky gut is that it means your intestines literally have holes in them. And that is not actually what's happening. What we're really talking about is something called increased intestinal permeability. And understanding that concept helps explain why the gut lining has become such a big part of the conversation when it comes to autoimmune disease. Now, your intestinal lining is only one cell layer thick, but it's incredibly sophisticated. It has to absorb nutrients while also acting as a barrier between what's inside your digestive tract and what's allowed into your bloodstream. Those intestinal cells are connected by structures called tight junctions, and they aren't meant to stay permanently sealed shut. They're dynamic. They open and close in response to different signals, letting good things like nutrients out into your bloodstream while keeping things like food particles and bacteria inside your gut where it belongs. And the problem occurs not when the gut becomes leaky, really. It's when the gut lining becomes dysregulated. If those tight junctions become more permeable than they should for longer periods of time, larger molecules that are essentially supposed to remain inside the gut can leak out. Now, your immune system is constantly sampling what's happening inside your gut. And under normal circumstances, the intestinal barrier would help to regulate what the immune system is exposed to. But if intestinal permeability becomes dysregulated, more bacterial components, microbial toxins, and partially digested food proteins can actually cross the intestinal barrier and come into contact with your immune cells. Now, the immune system sees this as a foreign invader and basically goes into attack mode, which can lead to a lot of inflammation. Now, that doesn't automatically lead to an autoimmune disease, but repeated immune activation can lead to a loss of immune tolerance. And that's the immune system's ability to distinguish between what's harmful, what's harmless, and ultimately what's part of your own body. Now, autoimmune diseases are incredibly complex. Genetics, infections, hormones, environmental exposures, and many other factors can play a role when it comes to autoimmune disease. But the gut lining is definitely one of those aspects that can lead to an overactive immune response. And this is one of the reasons why researchers have found that increased intestinal permeability is linked to a number of autoimmune diseases. Now, this is still an active area of research, but we do know that in some cases, leaky gut may lead to immune dysregulation. And in others, it could just create ongoing inflammation, which isn't great either. Now, in my next reel, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest players in the gut that actually helps to strengthen and repair that gut lining. So if that is interesting to you, then follow along.